Welcome, bullshit pretend friends, to the podcast with the best host going around, Bergs, Dr. Penis Fingers of the 15-month variety. Tonight, we have a special guest in Gordon. How are you, Gordon?
Yeah, all for one and one for all and all that bullshit, you know?
Very, very stressful week, obviously, for both of us. Another fucking Sunday stress for me. It's been fair. Yeah, so, I've had 6 of them now. 6 out of 6.
I actually wasn't too stressed because I went from being in a position where I thought, oh shit, I might actually have this, to oh wait, Shay's just not going to come back on the fourth quarter and I'm cooked. And that was just about a 5-10 minute progression there where I look, if you have a dream, don't wait, just act.
Yeah,
one of
that's
life's
right.
little rules.
Yeah, but basically what happened for everyone who weren't watching as close as me and Gordon were, I think it got to like 4 points difference, and then the blowout happened, and then Lonnie Walker scored about 13 points in about 4 minutes to pretty much end it.
It got as close as 3.
Was it 3? Was it? Yeah. All right.
Yeah. It would have been less than a minute, but it did get as close to 3. Like Olenek hit a free throw, campaign hit a free throw, and then Jordan Clarkson went the other way and hit some bullshit.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson did what he's been doing all year, mate. All right, kicking ass. Better than Jamal Murray. But no, great week for me, obviously, mate. You're a bit sad. We're 3-3 now, mate. We're equal, 3-3. So I do not want to be 2-4 with no first round pick. Because the shit I would have copped this week.
Oh, so yeah, we're just both 3-3 with no first round pick. So
a little bit better.
A bit of a reminder to everyone because obviously this doesn't go out completely live. We are recording this a bit later because I had to spend a couple of hours this afternoon tying myself a noose.
Yeah. And spend some time with the missus. Same.
No, that wasn't what it was. I didn't say that.
I thought you said you had the missus. Oh, okay.
No, it was the AFLW Grand Final, the Lions.
You're watching that? What?
You
chose AF Women's Footy over the podcast. Wow, fellas.
No. What actually happened was we had Alice invited. Well, she says that she didn't, but she invited friends around to watch it with us.
Well, look, I can believe that because what man would invite people over to watch women's footy? And let alone admit they watch women's footy.
Nothing wrong with watching women's football.
Nah, it's garbage. I watch it because my daughter plays it, but it's terrible. It's good that they play and all that sort of shit, but it's a garbage standard. I'd rather go watch fucking Buddha run around in the twos.
It's definitely a higher standard than that.
But that's another story that we'll have a chat about in the group chat. Obviously, later, fellas. Gordon choosing the AFL Women's Grand Final over the podcast, over his pretend friends. What a fucking joke.
I also had to smash some nerds at Catan.
Nearly as bad as Shaky this week, that behaviour. We'll get into that a bit later.
Don't you dare put me on that same level. That's fucking gross. I will end this thing right now.
I'll leave this podcast. Nah, fair enough. Yeah, because Shaky was a
fucking replace you.
Shaky was a fucking piece of shit, and as you can see, I'll call fucking anyone out on that bullshit. And the best part about it is that I actually got 2 wins today, mate. One was beating you, and the other was making Shaky win.
Okay, so, you gotta stop with this because you didn't get 2 wins.
It's great. I got 2 wins. To me, it's 2 wins. I'm now 4-3, guys. So, because Shaky obviously tried to do the old, I picked the best ranked player in Horton Tucker, thinking he was going to do nothing because he literally scored 2 points his last 2 games. But he ended up getting 10 points and a block. So, sucked fucking in, Shaky. Enjoy the win that you didn't want. You tanking piece of shit.
He has his own first round pick, doesn't he? And he, he's 3-3 with us. So who cares? Whatever.
No, I pretty much told him. I said, mate, your team's good. You're openly tanking. You're going to be looked at, mate. Stop being a piece of shit.
Shaky, you don't owe anyone anything, and success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage that you have to continue doing what you do on the path that you are on. That's what counts.
Yes, look at that. Hey, some Gordon inspiration. Is there anything any better than that? I'm telling you right now, my Sunday is made. I'm taking that as a win. That is win number 3 for today. Fuck yeah. Anyway, look, we're talking about our matchup enough. I'll take the win. Needed it. I'll move on to Crouch, who has Embiid out tomorrow, so hopefully I can get a good start of the week. But I've got no Paul George, I don't think, all week as well. He's done a hammy, so he might be out for about 3 months.
Paul George.
Yeah. Him and Choir fucking holding hands in physio.
I don't think they're actually friends, so...
Are they? No, whatever. They're both pussies.
No, like, Paul George is just... They're both just fucking weirdos and no one in the league likes them.
Yeah.
I believe Paul George's best friend in the NBA is Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny in itself.
It keeps going. I might trade him for Miles Bridges.
It's a bit like having Miles Bridges as your best friend.
Look, let's get on to the rest of the matchups and what happened. We'll start with my list today, mate, because, you know, I'm the host. So
you're hosting the whole thing, are you? Go on, fucking
yeah. I'm just today, mate. Just today. I'll give it back to you. But this is a little thing for me, all right, and the boys. So look, we'll look at Shaky and Buddha, the contentious matchup of the week, I reckon. Both of them.
Was it?
Yeah, they're both openly tanking. Well, I know it's more contentious than what you guys know because obviously the Banter Club. I know they're both pieces of shit at the moment, and they're both openly tanking.
So you've got the inside word here.
Yeah,
and I know. You're just spewing out Banter Club.
It's very obvious that they're openly tanking. You don't need to be in the Banter Club to know. Buddha's obviously got injured kids. Shaky's just being a piece of shit. So, you know, it was pretty funny watching this matchup all week, mate. And then obviously last night I saw Shaky only have 2 players on, and he was only 1 block up and 15 points up. And I'm like, mate, you got to play your third player, blah, blah, blah. Try to pull his bullshit with THT. Fucking trying to, you know, pull a Swifty. I'm just glad it made him win. So I think he ended up winning by 7 points, and they ended up drawing blocks. So
yes,
and that was with Sengun having a pretty fucking big game as well.
Fucking that was ridiculous.
Yeah,
21, 19, 7, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Fucking outlandish. I tell you what.
You traded him.
I mean, I traded him for Jokic. So, like,
you can't be happy. Currently, like, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it, really?
Jokic is currently like 6th on the season.
Yeah, well, we should be 1. So he's down in form.
That's all right.
Who is 1? Is it Curry still, or is it your boy still?
I'm not sure if this is adjusted after today's game, but I think it's still Steph.
Yeah, Steph's dominating.
Shea slipped to 3.
Oh, just like your team, mate. Slipping. Anyway, so yeah, Shaky, you're a piece of shit. Fucking tank properly and legally, you fucking idiot. Don't be like Baker, because there won't be KFC. I'm assuming we'll just go straight to loss the first round for the next person. We've got to be fucking tough on this shit, because it's getting to be a bit beyond the joke, to be honest. As much shit as I give Richo, he doesn't tank, okay? He's smart about what he does. He hides it well. He wins when he wants to win. He loses when he wants to lose, right? But he doesn't tank by doing it. Okay. So I want that loud and clear to everybody.
Right. Well, here is the problem, and I'm gonna say this. First of all, be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. But I'll just pause for a minute while Bergs composes himself, everyone. Yeah. He's currently like collapsing. He's struggling to breathe out of laughter.
That's great. It's great.
So nothing. What is not clear is that you are now saying that you don't think Richo tanks.
No, he doesn't tank.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't, and that's true. He doesn't tank. Richo, not at the moment. Richo, you know, he's very.
He will when he wants to.
And he's very calculated and he's smart about it. And he Richo's the whole thing.
This is my whole point with Richo.
But the whole thing is that you spend so much fucking oxygen in this group chat attacking Richo and saying, "Oh, you're doing this, you're doing that."
It's fucking great.
It is funny. I'll give you that. But then when someone else is actually tanking and you bring it up, everyone's like a bit, "Oh, this cunt again, crying wolf."
Yeah, that's fair enough, and I'm okay with it. But
the boy
that doesn't
who
mean he's not
cried
tanking.
tank.
That doesn't mean that the tankers won't get caught out, right? Because Shaky got caught out, he put a player on, and he won. So
what it means is that the punishment might not happen because
it's got to happen. It's fucking definitely got to happen, mate. Everyone knows, man. We're grown men here. We're not 6-year-old boys, right? Just stop it.
The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you have to put up with the rain, but you can't just be accusing everyone of tanking mindlessly.
Well, I can. I fucking can, and I will. All right. But I just wanted to get I'm trying to get rid of group chat bergs. I'm trying to bring some podcast bergs around. So I wanted to openly let everyone know that I don't actually think Richo's tanking, but I know he's very methodical, and he wins when he has to win. And if he doesn't think he's going to win the league, he loses so he can finish 7th. He trades away assets, then trades them back 3 months later. Nothing illegal there, but it's just that's what I'm pointing out.
It's right? pretty smart, and the purpose of our lives is to be happy, and if that's what's making him happy, then more power to him.
Yes, happiness. Happiness is the thing we're about, isn't it? We're about inspiring people,
Yeah, exactly, man. Life happens when you're busy making other plans and whinging about Richo tanking. So it's going to come at you pretty fast, man. If you don't look around once in a while, you might miss it.
It's about entertainment, my friend. All right, about entertainment. Anyway, we'll move on to the next matchup, which is the one we were talking about, which is Richo versus the fucking big useless tree. It was 8-1 in the end, but it's a lot closer than that. 20 points, 6 turnovers, 3 steals, 5 blocks, 6 rebounds, or 5 assists, sorry. The rebounds was pretty, Richo actually won free throw by 0.03.
That's gross. That is gross. Look, you only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Marcus, you are not living right if you are losing free throw to Richo.
Yeah. There's 2 people that lose free throw to, and that's Bahrain and Richo, and they both won free throw this week. So, we'll get onto that in a minute. But so look, it was actually a pretty good matchup. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know why a dickhead played poker yesterday, but whatever. That's another story. I think he played 6 minutes for 1 rebound or something. But Strobes, is he being calculated there? Maybe. So not much to talk about there.
To be fair to Marcus there, Poku, his last 2 games, he's played a combined 60 minutes. And he's gone, for 15 and 6, and he's been getting defensive stats. So, just because he was awful defensively, that Dagnall just ripped him off the court because he and Josh Giddey. It was 8 minutes, but he and Josh Giddey, played the last 2. I think it was 2 or 3 minutes of the first half, and in that 2 or 3 minutes, they were like -10. Okay. That's not hyperbole. They were legitimately a -10. I'll
allow it as bad luck.
Yeah, many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. And so not playing Poku, that could have been Marcus just being on the precipice of success and just giving up. So, he's got to persist there.
Yeah, fair enough. I agree. Persistence is the key. All right, so moving on to fucking dog cunt Simo and
can we not insult dogs?
Okay, rat cunt Simo.
Yep.
And cocksucker Aaron. Who got to be a tip, the wanker. 6-3 to Simo. Is Aaron back in the country?
No, I don't think so. He only hit 32 games this week, so I would say no. Yeah. Aaron has only hit 32 games. He has lost. I believe that has to be a loss of first-round pick.
Well, let's be honest. He lost by 20 points. And anything else that was close? Probably not. Yeah, probably.
Well, he had
Probably not.
He had Spencer Dinwiddie on his bench, scored 15.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we go back through the week, there would be a 20-point game somewhere he could have
Yeah,
played.
but the other character, so it was 9 threes as well. So that, he had to win 2 of those. So yeah, well, I don't know, probably let him off, but still not good enough. Set your fucking team. As Shaky said, not hard to set your team. Takes 2 minutes.
Really not fucking hard.
No.
He could have just set the whole line up before he left.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. So look, there's going to be a point where he doesn't get away with it because he's fucking internationally anymore. To be honest,
never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game, Aaron.
Yes, always play. Well, he's usually good at playing the game, and with balls.
Well, just because he's good with balls, we don't have to bring that into everything.
Oh, I'm going to bring it in, man. This is how it is, mate. When you hold pockets for the priest, you're going to cop it. All right. On to the other funny matchup for the week. Well, not really funny. It's just expected. We both picked Brain, I think, but he won 7-2. But of them categories, he won free throw 78% to 70.6%. Serge, that's fucking disgusting, bro. Right? He was literally 8 threes, 8 threes and 16 turnovers away from beating you fucking 9-0, bro. That's disgusting.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
That is disgusting. So Luka's cooled down from his hot start.
Yep.
Jar is coming back to being normal.
He's shit free throw. Why I traded him in the first place. Yep.
And old man Lillard having old man injuries. Calf's gonna linger for
pretty much dead.
I believe I said this as soon as it ended, but calves for old guys linger. A 2-week calf injury becomes really more like a 3-week thing. Yeah. And even when he comes back, it'll probably be it's still just affecting him a little bit. I mean,
his streamers were funny. By the way,
were they? I mean, he really could have used Jeremy Grant yesterday or this week.
He played 4 games from Jalen Williams this week. With he averaged 12 points.
You guys were praising him for picking him up.
He's a young kid, so he's still good. But you can't be
playing the best fucking
you can't be playing the top
pickup of the year.
You can't be playing the top team of the league and play fucking Jalen Williams for 4 games. Let's be fucking honest. As good as a kid he is. He played Malik Monk, but he's been playing alright. He played Hernan Gomez for a game. Is there anyone else that's funny? Mitch Rob actually played this week. The fuck? Yeah. 2 games for 5 points.
Did he get Juancho's fucking stats from the movie? Is that the reason he played him? He thought he'd get that?
30 minutes, 3 field goal attempts, 2 free throw attempts, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals and 2 blocks, and 5 points. Mong is an absolute fucking trash ass player. Stop fucking playing him. He belongs on the fucking waivers, that dickhead.
Mitch Robinson's not a particularly good NBA center, offensively. I will give the out here that for the last 2 years, New York centers have had the lowest usage rate of any player in the league.
For a reason. The shit.
Yes. Well, but even I think last year, Nerlens and Mitch Robinson were 2nd and 3rd for lowest usage rate in the whole league out of all qualifying players, which was a lot. It's more than
Remember when Richo offered me Mong and Poku in the 2nd and 3rd for LeBron and Westbrook and a 3rd and 4th? You remember that?
He should have taken it.
Yeah, should have. Fucking Mong. So yeah, Vardy's on a bit of a slide. I think he's down to 3rd place or something now, isn't he?
He's got me this week. That'd be an embarrassing loss.
Oh, yes. So I might back you in because fuck Serge at the moment, being a piece of shit.
Serge is an attractive man. I would.
He might have Siakam back. Does he have? No, I don't think he does have Siakam back.
Unsure.
Oh, no, he's cleared for contact. That was
right.
That was yesterday. So he might make an appearance this week at some point. If you like.
Look, Pascal, turn your wounds into wisdom. And what I mean by that is fucking stay off the court. Just coach.
Yeah. No, but what is bad 3 throw, mate?
It doesn't matter.
It's not going to matter. You're going to smash him in 3 throw, honestly. And finally, match of the round. Crouch versus the bye. Obviously, we all know that Crouch won easily. 7-2. It looks pretty easy on the stats too. Yep, pretty fucking much.
There really was like no. We had the only real nail biter this week, didn't we?
No, Richo was
Shaky
closer than what it was, and Buddha and Shaky was real close.
Richo was never losing though.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so either.
Shaky and Buddha was
that was probably close. That was as close as ours. Now, obviously, with the Kevin Porter game getting put on for $7 fucking 50 KFC, what a fucking another fucking shamble in this league. Should have never been put on. Don't give a fuck anymore. And I'm one that had a player put on, and I didn't care if he got put on or not. But I'm very anti.
Why?
Because it doesn't
have a player put on. You can't.
But at the end of the day, I look at it as my fuck up. So, and I said the same thing to Serge when it happened, but he was happy for him to go on. But I think honestly, we've got to have a mid-season yelling session about this. Whoever's in the group chat in caps lock, I don't care. But there's got to be something put in place that's proper, because there's nothing in place right now, and it's just like basically Brain the dictator pretty much picks and chooses when he wants to do shit, and it's got to be set where it's like it can't be the opposition's choice anymore. As much as I like that, I think it's got to go away from that, and it's just got to be a set rule.
But that is the set rule, is that
if it's not a set rule.
But that is the set rule at the moment.
It's a gentleman's agreement, mate. That's not a set rule.
Matt asks the opponent, "Are you okay with this?" And then we have consent or not.
Yeah, no, but then you get.
I know that some of the people. Well, like that's their prerogative, I guess.
Nah.
So you're having this look because this cost you last week.
That was a trade, so that was different. But the same type of process was followed, but it's different. It's very different. Right, the trade. I'm okay with someone not allowed the trade. Again, this is just for entertainment value. Would I have let the trade go through? Yes, because I'm not a fuckwit. But I'm okay with him not letting it through. So I don't have an issue with that either. Right, this is podcast version. Remember we're talking to. But I just don't, because it could change from week to week. I just don't like it where it's the opponent's choice. It's just got to be a set rule. You don't set your team, you don't get the player, or because you can't prove if it's a glitch, right? You can't prove that shit, right? Even Richo made a fuck up with Vassell this week, right? But at least he admitted he fucked up, right? You should get your player on. You pushed the wrong button. You fucking penis fingered it, so you're wrong, right? It's the same as when Buddha accidentally put on that fucking shit he put on the other week. He fucked up. He took it, right? When he picked him up and he went onto his lineup instead of as a reserve. So it's something's going to put in stone. Yeah. Well, I can't remember who it was. He was nothing happened. He just left the player on. It was someone's shit. Right. It might have been Finney Smith or Kleber, one of them fucking dickheads from that.
Why are you picking him up anyway? Like I don't know. Every negative pressure challenges is an opportunity for me to rise.
Yeah.
And
self-raising, are you?
Yeah. So I feel like that's a Kobe Bryant quote, by the way. Rest in peace. The late great Kobe Bryant. But it feels like there's a bit of taking the piss at this point. I don't know.
Of course there is. There's 100% taking the piss. Let's call it as we see it, bro. It's 100% taking the piss. Baker got caught out taking the piss when he tried to do it, right? That's what I believe, and I will vote for, that if you don't set your team, it's your problem. You need to be checking it. You got up to 5 minutes for the game to see if that doesn't work or not. Right?
Okay,
so even my Paul George one, it should have been put on. That's what I'm saying. I lost the matchup anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is anyone who's had one of these, with the exception of this KPJ
this
one,
didn't matter. The stats didn't matter. We got extra KFC, but it's the thing that's going to people will. I say this all the time with my kids. You give them a fucking centimetre, they take about 12 kilometres, right? This is what's going to happen with this. And ever since Aaron got his player put on, I said then and there that this is going to happen forever. You can't prove either way that it glitched or it didn't glitch, right? And we're basically going on the logic, would he have played that player? right? That can be very broadly used to anyone, right? People can leave good players off on purpose if they're playing a good defensive team and then have a wicked game and go, oh, no, it glitched. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. He's a good player. You shouldn't have had him off. We'll put him on. We'll ask your opponent, right? That's what I'm talking about, man. That's the shit I'm talking about. Like that will happen. People will do it. We've seen what this league's capable of this year. People actually getting done for tanking, right? Real tanking, not fake Richo tanking, okay? So this league it's for money. This is for $1,000, mate. This is not nothing, right? So I believe that we can't have this half-assed attempts at rules. We need to set it in stone. This is what's going to happen from now on. No more going back. Oh, but this person got this 2 weeks ago. No, it starts fresh, and that's how we do it.
This sounds very integrity officerish of you, and as far as I'm aware, you're no longer in that role.
Yeah. This is an opinion. This is an opinion piece. Has nothing to do with my ex-job as an integrity officer. It's just an opinion. We'll hand this over to the self-appointed integrity officer in Richo, and he can work with Brain.
He's been under investigation for 96
but he's self-appointed.
consecutive
That's how
months.
this role works. This role's self-appointed, mate. This is like I told you when old mate fucking ScoMo had 7 bench jobs. This is what it's like. You just self-appoint yourself, and that's it. First in, best dressed. Lose, you fucking lose. Okay. But something's got to be done because it's too common now. Like Aaron's was like an anomaly, and now it's like happened 5 or 6 times since. So that means people are taking the piss with it, right, and using it to their advantage, which is fair. Like if you can get away with it, fucking do it. But that's what I'm saying. We need to stop it so people don't get away with it.
So Crouches this week. I know that we said Crouch doesn't matter. Crouches this week was
an error.
He says that it was Fantrax fucking up.
Yeah, but
he had Kevin Porter in his IR slot, and he's gone to put him onto his field. Because of the way that Fantrax's UI is, he didn't realize that he had to drop someone.
Yep.
Because he had 14 rostered players. And he's got an error the first time, and he's tried it again and just gone like, oh, I'll just do the same thing again. I'm sure it'll work this time.
Yeah.
And he says that it worked the second time.
That's the definition of crazy, isn't it?
Yes, that was the Albert Einstein definition of crazy. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result.
Yep.
So I don't think that counts as a motivational quote, but like
that was an error. That there is a simple error. Don't blame Fantrax. We've all pointed it out that you have to actually drop them to where you want to put them on the field, or so active or reserve or IR. It's all there. There's no excuses. We're fucking 6 weeks into the season. That's an error. KPJ should never be put on because it's an error from Crouch. You can't blame Fantrax. He's like an anti-vaxxer blaming the vaccine for everything, right? That's what he's doing right now. He hates something that much that he's just using it now for his own fucking I forgot the word I'm going to use, but his own storyline, his own narrative. That's the word I was looking for. So in that situation, clear fuck up, shouldn't be put on.
He's twisted the he's twisted the story here to validate his own opinion.
Yeah, all for it. If you can get away with it, fucking do it, mate. Like, but the thing is, he shouldn't get away with it, right? So this is what I'm trying to say. Bahrain, as our leader, should be fucking stepping up and he can dictate himself number 1 pick in the fucking waiver wire, but he can't do a mid-year fucking yelling session, mate. It needs to be done, right? The rules need to be questioned all the time. Status quo needs to be questioned all the time, right? We just can't say, oh, that's how it used to be. If that was the case, we still have slaves, okay? We don't, because someone questioned the status quo, okay? That's what we got to do.
I mean, like, maybe it wasn't such a bad thing, but...
Look, I could use a few slaves, let's be honest. I have kids. So.
The healthiest response to life is joy. And we need some more joy in our league.
I think the yelling session is joy.
Yeah. So maybe we just need to hand out some more shots.
Yeah. Someone's got to get punished for something, the way I see it.
Matt can do a shot this week for taking too long to do the Kevin Porter Jr.
5
resolution.
days. Disgusting.
Yeah,
Like, it should have been done. Like, if it's going to get done like it has been, it should have been done the day of or the day after, minimum. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
So
he's
I think
happy to delete a trade in 3 minutes, but he won't fucking put players on, you know?
So yeah, exactly. So running tally, I think that is the 5th shot we've allocated Matt this year. He will be doing all of them.
Yeah, and none of these shaky half shots either.
No. Full shots of.
Yeah.
We'll allow him to choose it if he's lucky, but it'll definitely be full.
This shit will go away if we just have a clear rule. Simple as that. It'll go away. People will stop doing it because there's no advantage of doing it. Right? There's no glitch in Fantrax. Right? The app is shit, but it doesn't glitch. Right? Every mistake you do is your own. Okay. That's just how it is. This is way better than ESPN, and ESPN never glitched for me, and Fantrax is better.
Okay? ESPN glitched for me on the reg. So
yeah, well,
I mean,
I believe in ghost.
Anecdotally, like ESPN was pretty shit.
So we've got a new system. Only one person really hates it, and he's trying to use that hate to his advantage.
I'm pretty sure that Marcus and Baker hate that they're just not as vocal because
blaming the victim. That's what they're doing. Fantrax is the victim.
They're victim blaming. Okay.
Yeah. So look, we'll talk about the matchups. You want to go through last week's tips, and then we'll go through this week's?
Yeah, sure. All right. So we both picked. Okay. So first of all, you beat me. You picked yourself, you motherfucker. We both picked Shaky to beat Footer. Yes. I picked Richo. You picked Stroh. You had a brain explosion and picked Strobel to beat Richo.
Yeah, well, I was just angry.
So I don't know, like keep calm and don't carry on because that was a bad decision.
Strobel gave me hope.
We both picked Matt and got that right. You picked Aaron. I picked James Simmering. We both picked Crouch. So I was 5 out of 6 with the only one that I dropped being me against you. And you're 4 out of 6. Yeah, fucking bite the cunt. So I'm on 20 and you're on 16.
Oh, God. It's lucky I won. That's all I got right now.
I'd rather win the matchup than the tipping competition.
Yeah, of course, mate.
So.
No one gives a fuck about tipping comps. Let's be fucking honest.
We should say the winner of the tipping comp gets an extra first round pick in the top 6.
No, yeah, whoever wins the top gets whoever's first round pick gets taken away from them. That's the way I see it. For tanking, because it's gonna fucking happen. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay, cool. It means I'll get Bakers. That's
yeah, Bakers or Shakies, mate. We've got a pretty good chance, man. You know.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, you won't get Richard, so don't worry about that, right?
Well, Richo's won't be that good. All right. What week is
Let's
this?
Let's go. First matchup.
This is week 7.
First matchup is myself versus Crouch. No Paul George probably, and M for a week or 5 minutes.
I think Embiid was meant to miss 3 and he's missed 2.
Yeah. So hopefully he misses 2 more then. That'd be great.
But AD is on a fucking heater. He missed today.
Yeah, he did.
So if he
that was a back-to-back though. That was back-to-back, so fair enough.
Yeah. So if he comes back and is fine, I'm gonna have to pick Crouch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just need him to do a few fingernails for the week. It'd be nice.
Need him to have a few ill-timed wanks in the locker room.
I haven't had a good Crouch matchup for a while, so this should be good. Should be good.
Ugh.
All right, get on to that. So you got yourself versus fuck. Yeah. I just don't like. I like such a team, but I was just sick of him. I'm sick of him. But
are you saying? So who are you picking?
I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna go all in. I'm picking Surge, by the way. After all that,
you're picking
because
Surge,
I'm
right?
I'm going all in to try and catch up this week. I could be 10 behind, or back to even this week. Right?
You've got brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose, Ben. So we'll see how this works out for you.
Right, mate. And I choose Surge. All right.
Okay.
Good. So we got the pocket holder. The pocket holder versus 5-shot brain. Look, I don't think we're both going to go Brain, right?
Oh, there's no way I can pick against Matt.
Both going to go. Yeah, no. That's not even me trying to catch up or tip against Matt. So that's pretty easy. Simo versus the fucking rotted out tree. He's fucked. JJJ's actually started pretty well for him. I'll give him that. But yeah, Simo for me.
Oh, yeah, no, that's an easy one. Yeah, I'm not going
so we're gonna tank off.
I'm not going to waste any time on that one.
We got a tank off this week. Shaky versus Richo. I'm joking. It's the tanker versus Richo. Richo will win.
You said the tank off, and I thought you were talking about the next matchup.
I wanted to get in early because I know this next one is really a tank off. Buddha versus the buy. I don't think Buddha's going to want to lose to Baker. So
I don't think Buddha could lose to Baker if he tried.
No, I don't think anyone can. Like, he's trying to give me shit about only having 3 wins, but that motherfucker's not going to get a win for a long time.
I actually need, like, I've got some serious issues with the way this scheduling has been done because I only get to play Baker once.
I'm the same,
for like 5 more weeks.
Yeah, I'm the same. I only get to play Baker once too.
Genuinely unfair.
It really is. Really is. Usually there's 2 really shit people, and you usually get it pretty even. But because there's only one really bad that one, and people get him twice, it's just the conferences, hey? What a joke. But yeah, so Baker, who I thought, he picked up a good young player, but still didn't even win that trade. So
we haven't actually spoken about that trade yet. Should we give that a bit of oxygen on that trade?
Oh yeah, we should. Look, he gave what he probably had to give up for LaMelo, but I still think it's way overs and it's not a win. Because it's Aaron, not because of the player, because you're dealing with Aaron. I was very surprised that Baker didn't have to give up his first round pick, to be honest with you. Especially when I know he could have got Cade, who I think is very equal to LaMelo, for a lot cheaper.
So Baker's team would be absolutely tragic if it wasn't so damn funny. I don't know who he's got left. I think he's just got LaMelo, and I hope, fingers crossed, that he gets
Murray. I don't know who else he's got.
So first of all,
to be honest with you,
LaMelo is so much better than Cade.
Yeah, for now, because he's 2 years advanced.
Cade has. There is significant concern. I have significant concerns about Cade's shooting.
You're not concerned about LaMelo's 39% field goal?
LaMelo's
shooting's terrible.
Yeah, it's Cade's jump shot that is the problem. Like, it actually doesn't look very good.
By the way, Baker literally has LaMelo, RJ, Keegan Murray, Benedict. I don't know who the fuck the rest of his keeper's going to be honest, with the rest of that team. So yeah, it's bad. It's Berg's pleb off last year bad.
He's got a bunch of draft picks. He will be selling. He's got Lonzo on his IR. I guess he'll keep him. But he's got a bunch of draft picks he'll be selling at the deadline, after the season for like the non-keepers who are just being dropped.
Yeah, he's gonna have to if he's smart.
So
I'll get some picks off him for sure.
I don't think he. Look, I have. He wasn't really getting LaMelo. He wasn't getting LaMelo. Any cheaper.
Oh no! It doesn't. So I think the price he actually paid for Aaron was okay, but it's still overs, way overs.
You have to pay overs to get there.
Everyone underrates Robert Williams, mate. He's 24 years old, bro. Right? I know he's had a pretty shitty injury, but he is worth a lot more than what everyone's throwing him around to be, mate. Like, I rate him as a center, as fantasy wise. Defensively amazing, right? Defense stat king. He is. I know he's been injured, but he's young. He's very young.
Why didn't you trade for him?
Why?
Because Aaron's got him.
I got nothing left. I got nothing left to trade, mate.
Why didn't you trade for him early? Like, Aaron's never going to never going to trade him. Like at least this, if he'll probably keep him, and we'll never see him again.
That's fine, but everyone's underrating that player. So to get Ingram, Jaylen Brown, Rob Will, and top 7 to 12 first round pick for LaMelo. What'd you give up for Joker? Banchero, Sengun, Cade, and was it your first? Or no, that was in the other trade, wasn't it?
It was the second.
The second, right? That's for Joker, mate. That's not far away in value for a player that's not even close to Joker, man. Right? That's my point. It's not the same value, but it's very close.
Yeah.
I
initially thought like it was a bit too close to value, but I mean, like Ingram and Brown are not, their ceilings are not.
Oh yeah, Brown's having a great
Şengün ceilings.
Brown's another underrated people don't rate for some stupid reason. He's 25 and he's averaging 26, 27 points a game, mate. You know what I mean?
Doesn't do anything else, man.
He rebounds, mate. Good field goal. Steals are okay. Steals are okay, mate. What do you mean?
Oh, what do I mean? I mean, have you looked at Jaylen Brown's steals this year?
Yeah, it's like 1.2 or something. I look at the averages. I don't look at it per game, like each game. I know what it was. It was 1.1 or 1.2 when I last looked at him. Because I did offer Franz in a second for Jaylen Brown, but I knew that wouldn't get him. But I rate him a lot higher than what people do. Who has him now? Fucking Aaron.
Aaron's got him.
Yeah, I just want to see his stats.
So Jaylen Brown's on a
50% field goal.
Games.
50% field goal. 2.3 threes. 81 free throw, which is really good for him. He's usually like mid 70s. 25.5 points, 6 rebounds, 6.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.1 steals. That's pretty fucking good, man.
He doesn't traditionally get those.
Yeah, but this steals. You can only put him up for what he's doing, mate. No, he's generally around a high 0.8 or 0.9 usually, so he's not too far away. Trust me, I owned Jaylen Brown last year, so I know exactly what he's like.
Yeah, he's had exactly 2 steals in 5 out of his last 6 games.
Yeah, that's okay. He's still averaging 1.1 for the year, which is still good.
But that means there's regression coming where he's going to level it out to that 1.1. He's not going to keep shooting 50% from the field with over 2 threes.
Why not? He was 48% last year over the whole season. Why not? Why can't he?
Why? Because like there's a thing.
Because he's 25. He's not 30.
Like you just don't shoot that well.
He's so far ahead of Ingram. It's not funny. I think Ingram is the worst player in this trade by a mile. By a fucking mile. Ingram is horrible. Ingram is fucking terrible, mate. Can't shoot, can't throw free throws, doesn't get defensive steals, just stats. Nothing, mate. Right? I think Ingram is by far the worst player in that deal. I believe because it was Aaron, if that was anyone else, right? Let's be fucking honest here. If that was anyone else, Ingram and Brown and that first would have got the job done. Would have been something like that. Right, having the third young player, like Rob was 24. Baker could have just kept him, mate. He had no one else, but he could have had Cade for Ingram, Brown, and a first, mate. You know, a lot cheaper. Yeah, maybe okay. I'll give it to you that LaMelo's probably advanced at the moment, but
and LaMelo's going to play this year, a lot less risk than to go with the
stress fracture. This was before the stress fracture, mate. Right, so this was before the injury. You got to understand that this offer was made before the injury. So now post injury, it looks a lot worse. But prior to that, he was averaging 19, 7, 7. He was playing like garbage. Like he wasn't shooting very well. Right, Cade is good, and a great guy to build around. I thought for Baker, but it cost him 3 players and a first round pick. The first round pick doesn't really matter to him, but it's still a high first round pick. So I believe it's overs, but it's what he had to pay from Aaron because Aaron's one of the worst fucking people to deal with in this league, and doesn't trade very much unless it's with Crouch.
Has Aaron? I don't think Aaron's made a trade in with Crouch for a while.
Yeah, well, I think
he made that one with Matt last year.
Yeah, so he only trades with the boys club usually, so pretty lucky that
I've only ever made a trade with Aaron. Aaron's
well, you're only one member of the boys club, mate. All right.
But yeah,
hey, he's got LaMelo. He's going to have to make it work now because it's happened, right? I was obviously not a vetoable trade. I'm just like he was so defensive when I said veto straight away. I was like, relax, dickhead. Everyone says fucking veto. Is it overs? Fuck yeah. Not a veto. Not a veto trade though. You got LaMelo. Now's your time to build around. Good luck, mate. He's not going to fucking save you. That was my point. You're giving up. The rest, that's the rest of his keepers he just gave up for one player. He gave up 3 fucking keepers and a first round pick for one player. That isn't Joker.
Yeah,
Joker is the only player you do that for. That's it.
Jokic, Luka, Giannis.
Well, maybe Giannis. See, Luka is just a guard, so I don't rate him as high as the bigs that do what they do. He's just a guard, mate. He's one of the best guards, but he's just a guard.
He's, I guess, categorically the best guard. Outside
out of those 3 names, he's ranked 3 for me because of his position in value. Because bigs that do what they do, that Giannis and Joker do are way more valuable than what Luka does at a guard spot. Just because they're bigs, and we know it's true, mate.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, like different.
Not saying Luka's crap or anything. He's amazing, but it's just a slight value drop for me because he's just a guard.
I mean, it's not like Jokic's elite defensive stats, and he's not hitting threes this year.
And Giannis obviously has terrible free throws, so they've all got their cons. But you're right. They're going back to your original statement. They're probably the 3 players who you give up 3 keepers for. Yes.
Sorry, the other one's Shai. Shai is definitely worth 4 keepers.
4 keepers, you reckon? So you reckon he's the most valuable person in the league?
Well, I tell you what, there's only 3 players that I'd trade Shai for right now, and I have one of them.
Well, who are the rest? Say it. Might as well say them.
The other 2 we've just been speaking about.
So they're the only. Okay, yeah, you're probably right, to be honest. Right.
Yeah.
So you got two of them, and you still lost to me, right? Without Paul George. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just want to get that in there.
Well, Jokic missed again. So.
But Bill missed 2, so that's even now. Even. That evens that out.
Yeah. Jokic missing 1 game is worth
all
of those games. It's two of Bill's and all of Paul George's.
It was 28, 5 and 5, mate. So does Joker get 56, 10 and 10 in 2 games? Probably. So it's probably the same, mate.
He absolutely would, yes.
Yeah, so it's probably the same day,
would
right?
Get 56, 20, and 20 in 2 games.
But he played 2 games this week. What did he get?
Okay, what did he get in 2 games?
I reckon he got 56 points too, because I reckon it was a 37, right?
No, he was bad. Oh, actually, okay, no, he would have gotten 58 points.
Yeah.
He only had 19 in his second game though. It was 58, 23, 15 with 2 steals and a block.
Yeah, pretty close.
In the 2 games.
Close. Yeah. What I said was pretty much on the money.
So I needed to be like 80 points in those 2 games.
Yeah. So pretty much on the money what I said. So thank you. I accept your apology.
There's no apology.
I know there isn't, but I'm just saying thank you for it anyway. Because there should be one.
No.
We've been rambling on for a while, but it's been good. There's a lot to talk about this week. So look, let's just finish off by saying, all right, Matt, sort this fucking putting players back on shit. Let's have a mid-year change of some rules, because I believe that we should be changing midweek trades now, instantly, straight away. There's no reason to stop it till next year.
Hold on. So a smaller change.
Yeah.
Right now, the league is set so that players lock 10 minutes before their scheduled emphasis on scheduled matchup time. So the NBA NSAP says that they start at 11 a.m. And so at 10:50, that player is locked. Matt has the power to change this so it'll lock at 11, which is 10 minutes before their matchup actually starts. I've said this to him, and he was like, "Oh no, we can't do this now in the middle of the season.
I don't get why we can't.
Just change that right now.
AFL
change
does
that
it.
right fucking now."
I agree with you.
that should be it's just 10 minutes and that'll eliminate all this all fucking glitched on me because you've gone to put them on at 9:59 and 59 seconds, and then in the time it's taken you to click there, the lock has happened, and it's like, oh, it glitched. No, you're just too fucking slow.
Give the extra 10 minutes, take away all glitch. There's no such thing as a glitch anymore. The person doesn't go on, it's fucking your bad luck, and it's your mistake.
Unless it's me, then I'm allowed to get my player up.
Fantrax doesn't glitch, you motherfuckers. I don't care what you say. But it does lock too early, and I like your extra 10 minutes. That should just be voted through tomorrow. Let's fucking get that done. Brain would eventually listen to this because it just makes sense. Shit just makes sense, right?
This is one of those things that shouldn't get voted on. They should just be done.
Yeah, just do it. No one going to complain about it.
I think that'll do us for this week.
Yeah, I agree. I just wanted to get that. Make sure that was the last thing we said. So there's a lot going on. But yeah. So look. It's been a great week, obviously. It's been fantastic actually being recognised as part of the podcast for the first time this year.
And last time.
I'll make sure I say co-host every week now, though. That's for you, Richo, by the way, bud. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. Appreciate it.
I'll fucking
get you. Look, I hope you get a win this week, Gordo. I really do, mate. All right? Because you lost to me, and that's all that matters.
I hope you fucking die.
No. You hope the players die. Come on, you don't hope I.
No. I hope you die. Live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, drink in the wild air. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Perfect way to finish. And as always, I hope your fucking players die.